What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Arena of Valor video. And as you can see, today we are doing a heavily requested video. We are reviewing Team Nova, Europe's representative at AIC, against Olympus, the Korean representative. Now, a lot of people just like to bash Nova for doing so mediocrely this tournament. However, I will try to explain maybe some things why this happened, and yeah, just so you guys understand a little bit more. And yeah, so basically let's get right into the draft. We have a Scud. We're going on Darkbreaker against the Florentino on Drac. We have Vex playing the Darcy, the jungle, against the Kilgroth jungle, which is something very interesting, but Team Korea seems to like it a lot. They played it in a lot of games I've already seen. Now support, we have Grizzly on his very famous Annette. If you guys didn't know, he's really well known in Europe nowadays for his Annette. And J-Jack playing the new hero, Krizix. Of course, J-Jack being one of the best supporters in the world, so we'll see what he can do with this very, very strong hero. We have Reese on the Hayate against Sun on Fennec. As you guys know, Sun also one very famous player, moved back to Korea with J-Jack. And finally we have Poseidon on his Aleister going against Boogie on the Liliana. And now the drafts, let's talk about it. After this Dragon, you can see Dragon being initiated by Nova. They had a good position. Vex is able to punish the Dragon. However, if you didn't see here, we will go back very briefly. You can see this is actually a very nice play by Sun. He just rolls in. Krizix jumps in as well. He just throws the bola onto Ruiz Hayate, just auto attacks him four times and rolls away again. Of course, Fennec being a super strong hero, is able to do that and play like an assassin ADC. And yeah, so Dragon being picked up by Nova. However, Olympus is able to get 2 kills in return, so they end up having a gold lead actually. And now a lot of people were flaming Darkbreaker for his performance at AIC, or particularly in this game. Now listen guys, just look at the scoreboard real quick. He has 1.1k gold with a Scud against the Florentino, 1.7k gold. Florentino already got 2 free kills. So they're really, Scud isn't able to do much at this point anymore, especially going the mobility boots. I know what Darkbreaker was thinking. He was like, I just cleared a wave and roam. However, if he has those boots, he has to he already knows that he is gonna struggle in the lane, and if the Florentino has a 2-0 lead, there just is not much to do at this point, guys. So him not being to bully out this Florentino is very understandable. Of course, nothing taken away from the Florentino. The Drac is actually a very, very good Florentino player. You saw that in many games already. You saw it especially here. He is playing the lane very well, using his advantage very well. But yeah, now as I was trying to say, the draft. Now there's something that I really don't like about Nova's draft. I don't really show the drafts, but I checked it out before this game, and I saw that they first picked Darcy and left open Krizix and Florentino to the red side, to Olympus here, and that just gives them probably the strongest Slayer laner and the strongest support right now, right off the bat, just to get Vex, Darcy. And of course, Vex is playing really well on a Darcy, was able to get a Dragon, and Darcy is a really ridiculously strong hero as well right now. However, guys, Vex, you guys know him, you watch his YouTube channel. His Murad is so good. His Nakrov, okay, Nakrov probably not able to be used here in competitive, but his Murad for sure is able to be used. Also a very good pick from what I've heard. Again, I'm not really a jungle expert, but I heard that Murad is really able to counter the Darcy very well, and right as I'm saying, they are initiating a fight top lane against the Florentino, are able to get him with both flickers committed though. Seems like Darkbreaker is able to get away, but I think Poseidon is gonna die here. Yep, he is not as fast as Darkbreaker on the Scud, of course, so he is just gonna get picked up by the support and mid laner here. As I was saying, guys, Darcy, of course, a really strong hero. However, Murat, you know, Darcy can go S1 and you can't attack him anymore. However, Murat can still cast his ult, still hit him. Murat can dodge his ultimate with his S2, with his ultimate, etc, etc. So there's a lot of ways that Murat can outplay a Darcy. And so I feel like, and both of them are like late game centric heroes. So I feel like I would probably not commit too much to that Darcy pick. I would probably try to get Darkbreaker his Florentino. If you guys didn't know, he has like 600 games already on it with a very good win rate, and he plays it really well if you watch his videos. So I would have personally prioritized that, and then just try to get something. Vex is gonna do well anyway. Like, you can even put him on Zephys, even though Zephys isn't as good anymore, he will still do well. So I probably would have looked out for that. Another issue, as you can see here, the Scud just not able to do much. He is just gonna get bullied by the Florentino. Florentino is playing well, pushing his advantage, takes a tower shot unfortunately here. As I said, Darcy is very annoying. Florentino only died there because he was spamming his auto attack to auto attack the Darcy, but Darcy went S1 and Florentino was not able to auto attack him then, and the auto attack just went on a minion into the tower, taking a tower shot and ends up dying. But yeah, as I was saying, the Darcy, I wouldn't have put too much focus on this. And another issue, Grizzly's Annette is super good. However, if you look at it, and it was a little bit of an issue early game, and right now it will be an issue, you have the Scott top lane. He's building Glass Cannon so far. He's going to go for Omni Arms next. He's going to go full squishy. Now you have a Darcy that is a ranged mage in the jungle. You have a Hayate bot lane, a ranged ADC. You have an Aleister mid lane, a ranged mage. And a support, Annette, which is also a ranged mage support. So you don't have anything that can get vision. You don't have a tank in the bottom side of the map around the dragon. And early game, mid game, you need to get those dragons to get ahead. So you need the vision around it. And as you can see here, they're already struggling to get vision, even though they're only 1.5k gold behind. So they needed something like a Lumber or a Thane or something like that that can give them more vision. They are able to get one kill here, but they are just getting chased down here. Sun just chasing them down with his Fennec. Kilgrove, of course, unstoppable, just with his ultimate, not much they can do. Fennec, again, Sun is so good on this Fennec, rolls in, plays so aggressively. Fennec is like a hero that was created for Sun. Like, Sun plays so aggressively on all of his heroes, and on Fennec, he is able to roll out after an over-aggression as well, so it fits his playstyle very well. As I was saying, they needed some kind of something that can get vision control, bush control, and a Kha'Zix is also very squishy. However, a Kha'Zix is just deals so much damage, has so much CC. Like the Vortex CC is a ridiculously strong CC farm. It's probably the strongest CC in any game, right? Like in Dora, the Vortex of the little guy with the shield, I don't know what his name was, but it's so ridiculously strong. Everything that pulls people together is always so broken, right? And so even though he is squishy, he has that threat, so you can't really run into him. And then if you have only ranged heroes on the bottom side of your map, you are just gonna falter in the mid game, in the early game as well. So definitely it is showing here that they are struggling because of that. And actually next game, after this game, they actually ended up doing exactly what I was just saying now. Like, I was thinking about this while I was watching this game. However, I think they were too, I don't know, the next game was just a huge stomp, so we decided to look at this game. Vex going in very deep, is able to survive, gets a kill, Is he gonna be able to survive again here though? I think the Kilgrove is just gonna chase him down. Yep, there goes his death sickle, there goes the death. Clean ace by Team Olympus. As you saw so far, I mean not clean ace, 3, 4, 5, but it is an ace. As you saw so far though, the game was going pretty even, so they definitely weren't playing too bad. Like they are, the individual skill is pretty evenly matched, I would say, all across the board on Team Nova. As I said, why Nova probably isn't doing this well. I mean, if you guys check Vex and Darkbreaker's community tab on YouTube, you already know that they just didn't have a lot of practice, because this game is not being supported anymore in Europe, in NA, in Latin America. So we do not have any tournaments, we do not have any incentive to play. Every team pretty much left. Like there's no Team Keizo anymore, there's no Nova except for this tournament. So there is no teams anymore, so there's no enemies to scrim. So all they can do is play ranked 5, and ranked 5 is just a 20-minute queue time, as Darkbreaker already mentioned on his community tab, and then you just stomp the enemies because it's some random diamond friends that just play 5Q and they run into Team Nova, you know? It is just what it is, guys. They're still doing their best. As I said, they play a lot of the game in ranked, but they are not able to play together and are not able to play against good teams together to truly practice the macro. They're also not able to play with the pick ban system. That's why their draft is gonna look rough, of course. It is really hard to just learn that in 2 weeks, you know. Meanwhile, all these other teams are practicing it for the whole season. I'm not sure if Korea has a tournament. However, Olympus has J-Jack and Sun, and they've been all over the world playing this competitively. They know how to draft. They had 3 coaches on AHQ. They truly know. They end up getting a pick onto Drac here on the Florentino. However, the enemies are just really far ahead right now. 9,000 gold already ahead. On Olympus, they are not able to sustain the amount of damage that just this Kilgrove, this Fennec, this Liliana are able to dish out, so they just end up dying. I just want to check the Liliana build. Yep, very standard still. She still has the Arctic Orb available from the enchantment. Ends up flickering in with the S2 ball, but it seems like they are just gonna end this game. And yeah, there it goes. As I said, we can check out the damage numbers, but there was not really a huge carry in that game. Both teams, Vex had a very decent score considering how badly they were losing. Kilgrove probably the hugest carry there, 7-0, 22% damage. Of course, Kilgrove being a melee hero won't deal as much damage, but it is a very objective focused hero. Is able to take the Slayers really fast. Very decent pick, I would say. It's very interesting that Olympus is one of the only ones who is using it. As I was saying, guys, don't be too rough on them. As I said, they're really, like, Vex even posted on his community tab that he is legendary rank in Call of Duty Mobile, which I think is like Conqueror. So he's probably just mostly playing that. Of course, that being a game, it is unfortunately not a MOBA. I'm sure Vex would prefer AoV as well. However, it is just not supported anymore by Tencent. If there are no tournaments for us to enjoy, there is really no incentive for a lot of these ex-pro players to play the game a lot. So of course, if EU gets invited, they are gonna send their best squad, and their best squad, if they don't have a competition to practice with, they're not gonna be as good as the other countries' best squads. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going with this AIC series, of course. Let me know if you have any special games where you really want me to review them. Otherwise, I will just go through all of the ones that I deem exciting, where it's kinda close, you know. I just skip all the stumps. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was heavily requested, and I hope I followed up on those requests. And yeah, If you enjoyed, leave a like, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, boys. Bye-bye.